had the worst tour experience of our life. Story time with Dr. Allie. We had the worst tour experience of our life, and it wasn't here. Don't worry about that. We are at a winery right now preparing for a tasting 3 hours later. But let me tell you the story. Here's how it goes. We booked a tour that's a 12-hour tour. It was supposed to include wine tastings and cultural activities. We were going to learn all about how this area became an immigration hotspot for Brazil. A lot of immigrants came over from Europe. Well, that was the plan. The day before, of course, as a seasoned traveler, I not only booked and paid for the tour, but I double confirmed the location of the pickup. Now, when I had originally booked the tour, they said hotel pickup from your hotel. So we put in our hotel. When I got my ticket, it said a completely different hotel name. So hence, I contacted them and I was like, hey, where's the pickup? Well, it turns out the pickup was a 50-minute walk or a 7-minute Uber from our hotel. But the pickup time changed. Instead of being 7 o'clock, it was 6:20. So I just double confirmed. I said, okay, just confirming. You said this. And they're like, yes. And I was like, okay. So we wake up at 5. We get ready. We try to call 3 Ubers. It's a small place here, so there's not a lot of Ubers. 2 of them cancel. The third one gets us there. So as we pull up, we're like going through the city center. Everything looks normal. Then we pull up to the spot. Guys, it's a residential street, and I know there's a lot of Airbnbs here, so I was like, maybe it's an Airbnb, but we couldn't even find the location or the exact address. It was so weird. So we waited there for like 20 minutes, and then we're like, well, I don't know what to do. So we decided maybe we'd find the tour office and just locate the tour office. We find it. It doesn't open until 8. It's like 6:40 by now, right? Because everything's really close by. So we just walked to the tour office. It's closed. Okay, so we call them, we email them, we WhatsApp them. No response. They don't reach out to us. What a freaking mess. So our whole day was planned for 12 hours. Now we're stuck. Mind you, there's also no restaurants open at this hour. And then we don't want to have to wait and get 3 more Ubers to cancel us to bring us back to our hotel just to not know what to do. So we ended up going into a random hotel, and thank goodness, really, really sweet. They let us eat their buffet and we just paid. It was a nice big hotel, so we figured that would be a pretty good bet. So they had really lovely cakes there. That's the silver lining. I mean, I didn't get to try any of them, but they were really, really pretty to look at. And we got coffee and stuff, so that's good. So anyway, long story short, it's really nice to be married to someone who doesn't get frustrated when other people have a bad process. And instead of like Jeremy throwing a tantrum or me throwing a tantrum or us getting really bummed out that like this is one of the main reasons we came was for this tour, we decided we're just gonna make up our own tour. So here we are at one of the top ranked wineries in the area. Jeremy negotiated for the Uber driver to stay here with us and then drive us around afterwards. So we're making our own tour. And quite honestly, I think Jeremy's going to be happier that way because he's not really a fan of group tours anyway. But long story short, managing your emotions and your frustration is really important, I think. And it's one of those skills that will serve you well in every area of your life, including going on tours and all the mishaps that happen when you travel internationally and there's a language barrier and all that jazz. So yeah, I'm just more thankful than ever to be married to someone who can control his emotional reactions, doesn't throw a fit, doesn't get frustrated, doesn't get annoyed, and just comes up with another plan and executes.
32.
We're in the second room or the third room of a lot of European barrels. These are 5,000 liters. The other ones over there were 10,000 liters.
Degustando concurso completamente às cegas. Fomos medalha de ouro com a nossa espumante Moscatel.
Obrigado. Mundo Calçado is the name of the places right here.
Okay.
The block right here in the winery is Mundo Calçado.
Ele é um vinho que tem um teor de tanino maior, mais elevado. Ele é um vinho mais forte.
It's a strong wine.
Mais forte que um Merlot, que um Carmenere. É um vinho já para quem já é degustador de vinho mesmo. Quem está começando no mundo dos vinhos para os secos, a gente sempre indica Merlot, Carmenere ou um Pinot. Tanino, exatamente isso. A gente sente quando seca a boca e a gengiva.
It's weird. She's telling about what you told right now about the dryness of your mouth.
Or she doesn't like
Seca. Is it seco? Isso.
So you order seca and I order suave.
Seco ou suave?
Suave. Suave.
Suave.
Rico Suave.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell me how many tannins. Out of all these, that's the most tannins in that bottle. No.
That
It's
one.
close. It's
That one.
second. That's second.
That's second.
See, it's a lot of tannins, babe.
We all
But so the tannins are attached to the dryness in your
Yes.
mouth. And so that's how you can detect how many
much
tannins
tannin.
are in there, right?
Yes.
Okay. So my mouth's super dry.
Eu falei que já tava escutando ele.
Lots of
Another emotion.
Oh, she's gonna pop it.
6 gold medals.
He's fighting, huh? Strong one.
He's holding very tight.
Look at the bubbles.
Yeah, I know, it's very cool.
This one right here was a Bordeaux, but it's very sweet, almost like a port, but super sweet, very nice. This is a fantastic rosé, also Bordeaux, right?
Yes.
Very
Which is
refreshing.
surprising, but actually really clean, not super like syrupy. And then this is their 6 gold medal Moscato. Champagne. It's like no, it's not champagne. It's just a
Bubbly.
You can see right there where we won the
In
6
Paris?
medals.
Whoa.
We got one in Paris.
I mean, that's very challenging, very hard
it's
to get
Paris,
one in
huh?
Paris. Paris is very snobby.
We got
very nice wine. It's bubbly. Obviously, she popped the cork, and that's the tell if it's bubbly or not.
How much was it?
We got 3 bottles of their wine. It was very nice wine, and they were $40
That's crazy.
US.
You can't get one bottle of wine in Napa for
Yeah,
40
it was
bucks.
very nice, very good wine, and comparably speaking, some really good wines compared to what we've had in the past.
If only we lived closer. Oh wait, we don't live anywhere. So we now came to the little world, Mini Mundo. And it's mostly like a kids attraction, but we're super excited to be here because we're traveling the world. We just thought it'd be kind of fun to see all the places that we're going in miniature form and identify where we've been and explore where we haven't been yet. Maybe even get some ideas. This is in Sao Paulo, which we didn't go to. Bummer. It might not be the most politically correct thing to be carrying a box of wine through a children's attraction. But when you travel, you gotta do what you gotta do. So here's a castle from Germany that I've actually been to. And the funny story I have about that is that they did a good job showing, they did a great job showing the pathway up the hill. When I was there were carriages down here in the parking lot, and you would take the horse carriage up. It was an extra fee. And unfortunately, as it turned out, our horse had a lot of bathroom breaks, so it kind of smelled. but I remember it very vividly. It's exactly what it's like, actually. You walk all the way, it's like a long way to get up. This place has been in construction for longer than I've been alive. That's pretty impressive. This place, it brought me back to my childhood. I love the little playhouses. Like as a child, I adored life-size playhouses that you could go into and feel like it was your own little space. I think kids would absolutely adore this, and it's been really fun to just walk around and watch kids get to explore the world in a manageable way. So I definitely recommend it for families. I think it is a really, really beautiful, a place filled with a lot of heart and a lot of connection. There's princesses, there's little cafes, there's a playground. Great day for a family to spend the day. Maybe not so much if you're adults, but we've really enjoyed coming around and just taking a look at things. It's been a lot of fun. It's like a trip down memory lane and future lane at the same time. It's one of the most famous little hotels around here. One thing I forgot to mention about Mini Mundo is that you do have to show your vaccination card currently to get in. Oh, I remember these from Germany. We found the cheese, it's on the inside of the meat.
So after a hugely disappointing morning, we regrouped.
And lunch for me.
And yes, I guess Ellie's lunch. Did you talk to him about your lunch?
I shared with them, yes.
Okay. So my lunch was fantastic. On point there. After we got to see the miniature worlds. You guys like to see the back of our heads too? It's nice. And we're gonna go, well, let me back up and say. Watched a little YouTube, relaxed a little bit. Now we got our robes on. We are not in Japan, we're still in Brazil. And so these are spa robes. These aren't komodos. So we're gonna go to the jacuzzi, and it's gonna be nice, relaxing, working on our reset. Maybe Ali described this already, but we literally flew down to Porto Alegre to go to Gramado to do the wine trade. And we picked it out of all of the things in Brazil that we wanted to do, and then we came down here and we weren't able to do it because of our schedule and the plans and all that. So for me, generally I like to do some type of reset activity. You either pretend to start the day off again, where you go take a shower or you take a nap and then you wake up, or go and like do some type of activity, kind of break the flow, because it was all encompassing. I mean, we could have just sat around and been really bummed all day. And I think taking a break, little breather, figuring it out, and then figuring out what you want to do afterwards, and then really checking your emotions so that you're able to enjoy what you're doing, even though it could easily be just disappointment, you know. So we went to a really cool vineyard, and I got to fly my drone, and we tasted some really awesome wines, and we bought 3. And then I had really great German food in the middle of Brazil, which I didn't expect to happen ever, which is really fun. Saw some really cool architecture, and now I'm in a jacuzzi. And it's raining outside, so great day. Turned out to be a great day. Hey guys, I know you're wanting behind the scenes. What is it like to travel the world? Well, let me tell you. We generally use purified water to brush our teeth with, because the water, we're in Brazil, you just don't know. Sometimes it's fantastic, sometimes it's not fantastic. We ran out of all of our water in the fridge, and we're leaving in like an hour, so figured this is the best. Gotta do it. And that way you stay safe, guys. Stay safe on the road.